The Appalachian Trail is roughly 2,200 miles long. Its signature white trail blazes marking a path from Georgia to Maine, through forest, field, mountain, even main streets. In fact, its longest stretch of paved roads is right here in the Upper Valley, almost 3.5 miles through Norwich, Vermont, and Hanover, New Hampshire. Not exactly anybody's idea of hiker heaven, but that doesn't mean there aren't angels here.
Come on in and get out of that terrible weather. Nice to meet you.
Greg Cook has been welcoming perfect strangers into his home for years. He's what's known as a trail angel.
The hiker bathroom, which is for hikers only. I take a maximum of 3 hikers per night because of the size of my house. I usually take around 100 to 115 per season.
A social worker and hiker himself, Cook knows how hard it can be for through hikers on the Appalachian Trail, or AT.
Getting off the trail and having a hot shower, resupplying, sleeping in a bed, sitting in a chair that has a back to it, it's just an amazing recharge for them now that they're getting ready to hit the whites.
If you want to head back, I'd be happy to take you back to the trail.
Out in Cook's back bedroom, 2 through hikers from Pennsylvania, on the trail since, well, forever.
A little over 5 months.
They offer only their trail names.
No tobacco?
And Trooper.
The Hanover-Norwich area is known up and down the AT for its hospitality. Cook is one of about 20 homeowners in the local Trail Angel network who offer free lodging to through hikers.
It's the best thing. It's really great, yeah. Warm shower, you don't want to get out. You just want to stay in there for hours.
Cook snaps photos of his many guests and creates a memory book every year, a chronicle of friendship freely given.
When I was working a lot, sometimes I get a call at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and I think, oh geez, I don't know if I've got the energy to go pick them up, take them to the grocery store, have them in the kitchen all evening making dinner. But I look back at that day and I said, I'm glad I did that. Anything that I put into it, I get more back.
After months of Gorp and granola bars, Hanover can seem like food nirvana to hikers, and there's a world of options here.
Brigadeiro is the name of the traditional chocolate that we make in Brazil.
My Brigadeiro, an unexpectedly exotic local favorite. These handmade, devastatingly dense chocolate truffles are made fresh daily. Owner, Paula Alexandrescu.
What you see now, you're not gonna see it tomorrow. It's like kids here make cupcakes. We grew up making brigadeiros.
The international theme continues across the street.
So I have a huge sweet tooth, and I lived in Italy on and off for 6 years.
After apprenticing with a Sicilian gelato master in Florence, Morgan Morano was ready to open her own shop, Morano Gelato.
Making it fresh every day, I'm fresh obsessed. I think being consumed within hours of extraction from the machine is the best way to eat it.
Gelato is ice cream's Italian cousin, denser and more intense, and though Hanover might seem a strange place to find America's best gelato, that's exactly what Forbes magazine called Morano Gelato.
If you Google gelato in America, we're one of the first that come up because of that article, which is unbelievable.
One of the best ways to enjoy the Upper Valley is from above. Years ago, Chronicle went floating with balloonist Brian Boland of Post Mills, Vermont. Weather has, alas, grounded us this time around. We'll just have to content ourselves with getting to know his dinosaurs. See, it all started when the old barn collapsed.
One guy came in one day and he says, "When do you light the fire?" And I looked at the pile and I said, "That's not a burn pile anymore. Those are dinosaur bones."
With some help from the local community, a prehistoric creature rose up from the ground. Soon, babies followed. All that was missing, a formal name.
And this guy pulls in, gets out of his car, he throws his arms up in the air and he goes, "My God, it's a Vermontosaurus!" Everybody who was working on it stopped for a second, looked at each other and said, "That's what it is." And that forever became the name.
Good stuff. back to gelato. If you want to test Forbes' opinion that Murano Gelato is the best in America.
Good news is you do not have to go to Hanover. You can go right to the Chestnut Hill Mall. There's a branch there, and I will tell you, I'm a regular, and it's pretty good. 2 thumbs up, especially the chocolate chip.
All right, that's good advice. When we come back, the Cubs are back.